Imagine a land high in the misty mountains that fought for its independence, only to ultimately fall in despair. Today we bring to you the story of Artsakh, the republic that fought alone. In the highlands between Armenia and Azerbaijan, a tiny republic clung to survival for over 3 decades, without recognition, without resources, and ultimately, without rescue. This is the story of Artsakh, known internationally as Nagorno-Karabakh, a breakaway republic born in fire, raised in siege, and buried in silence. It was declared by Armenians, claimed by Azerbaijan, fought over by proxies, and forgotten by the world. Welcome to the Library of Lost Lands, where we uncover the stories of nations that no longer exist. Some were fleeting dreams, others long battles for survival. Each leaves behind a legacy and a warning. Artsakh, officially the Republic of Artsakh, was an ethnic Armenian enclave within Azerbaijan. Its people spoke Armenian, used the Armenian dram, and flew a modified Armenian flag, with a white angular pattern symbolizing separation and aspiration for reunification with Armenia. For over 30 years, Artsakh operated as a de facto independent state, complete with a president, military, parliament, and borders fortified not by diplomacy, but trenches. At its height, it governed 7 districts in and around the Nagorno-Karabakh highlands. But not a single United Nations member recognized it, not even Armenia officially. Nagorno-Karabakh has been contested for centuries. Armenians have lived in the region since ancient times, considering it a historical Armenian province. But under the Soviets, Stalin drew its borders in a way that would haunt generations. He placed Nagorno-Karabakh Autonomous Oblast within the Azerbaijan SSR, despite its overwhelming Armenian population. When the USSR began to crumble in the late 1980s, Karabakh Armenians petitioned to transfer to the Armenian SSR. The response was violent. Pogroms erupted in Sumgait and Baku. Armenians were beaten and killed, and a bitter inter-ethnic conflict ignited. In 1991, as the Soviet Union disintegrated, Karabakh Armenians held a referendum and declared independence. Azerbaijan rejected it. War followed. Against staggering odds, the self-proclaimed Republic of Artsakh won the First War. With backing from Armenia and support from the global Armenian diaspora, local militias, eventually organized into the Artsakh Defense Army, took control of not just Nagorno-Karabakh, but 7 surrounding Azeri districts, creating a buffer zone. By 1994, a Russian-brokered ceasefire ended the First Karabakh War. For a time, Artsakh seemed invincible. Its leaders built roads, schools, and even held elections. Soldiers patrolled mountain ridges, and children were taught to draw maps that included liberated territories. International visitors needed a separate Artsakh visa, and a capital, Stepanakert, grew from war rubble into a functioning, defiant city. It was unrecognized, but it was alive. But time was not on Artsakh's side. Azerbaijan, fueled by oil wealth and backed by Turkey, rebuilt and rearmed. Armenia, by contrast, grew economically stagnant and diplomatically isolated. The world, desperate for regional stability, leaned toward Azerbaijan's territorial claims under international law. The buffer zones, once hailed by Armenians as liberation, were viewed globally as illegal occupation. Artsakh remained a geopolitical orphan, denied international aid, air links, or recognition. And then, in 2020, everything changed. Azerbaijan launched a second war, this time with drones, Israeli and Turkish technology, and precision strikes. Artsakh's army, built for mountain defense, was no match. After 6 weeks, the city of Shushi fell. Russia brokered a ceasefire, leaving thousands dead and Russian peacekeepers on the ground. But peace did not last. In 2023, with Russia distracted by its war in Ukraine, Azerbaijan moved again, this time through siege and starvation. A 9-month blockade of the Lakan corridor cut off food, fuel, and medicine. Then came a 1-day offensive. Artsakh surrendered. By year's end, more than 100,000 Armenians fled, and the republic dissolved itself on the 1st of January 2024. After over 30 years of struggle, Artsakh officially ceased to exist. Its parliament dissolved, its institutions were dismantled. The population, ethnic Armenians who had called those mountains home for generations, left en masse. Many departed with little more than what they could carry. The capital, Stepanakert, emptied. The last president, Samvel Sharamanyan, signed the dissolution decree, calling it a decision born of necessity, not choice. The trauma is still fresh. Refugees now live in southern Armenia, often in makeshift shelters or temporary housing. Survivors speak of hunger, loss, and abandonment. There are allegations of war crimes, enforced disappearances, and the destruction of Armenian cultural heritage. Azerbaijan calls the region liberated, but Armenians call it erased. And while Azerbaijan controls the land, the memory of Artsakh burns fiercely in the hearts of those exiled from it. No official trace remains. The flag has vanished. The borders no longer exist. The Republic's website was taken offline, and the Russian peacekeepers, once seen as protectors, silently withdrew. But the diaspora remembers. Maps still show Artsakh in Armenian homes. Monasteries like Dadivank stand quiet, guarded, or shuttered. In exile, the fight for memory replaces the fight for territory. Can a land be erased if a people remember it? Artsakh is gone, but its story echoes, of borders drawn in distant capitals, of promises broken, and of how the world can look away when a small republic cries for help. Who decides what counts as a country, and who speaks for the ones that lose everything? And don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories from the Library of Lost Lands.